Hello everybody, it's Brian from Slicey Dicey again, back with today we have the Byrd Cara Cara 2 stainless steel. Comes in this Byrd box. I think you guys know about Byrd by now, but if you don't, this is Spyderco's kind of budget line. Some are great, some are not so good. I won't say where this one is yet. We'll find out together. Box slides off. Not a great box. You know, it's a cheap knife, but what annoys me is this real Spyderco boxes ain't much better. This is just kind of crap. You know, spend 50 cents more. Make a better box. Got this, you know, little, all this stuff about it. I don't think I'd brag about 8CR 13 MOV. I mean, it's fine for the price, but I don't know if I'd put it on the box. Got some padding in here. Just comes in a little plastic bag. No, you know, no custom cutout foam or anything here. I know I talk about boxes too much, but it's cool. It's nice to know when you get a box and you see the box is nice, you know the people who made it put some thought into it. But this is not a bad knife. I don't mean to knock it. This is the Cara Cara 2 in stainless steel. I got it kind of as like a gentleman's knife. It's a bit heavy for that, but you know, it was 25 bucks or something. I think I paid on Amazon for this. 25 bucks. That's not bad. Typical Spyderco clip out here. Bit shiny. This is not a subtle knife. A fair amount sticks out of the top of it, and as we'll see when we get to size comparisons, it's a pretty big blade. So it's not. This is comparable in size and everything to the Endura, which I don't have an Endura. That's I'm probably gonna have to get one if this channel keeps going well, and I have the finances to do that because it's a good thing to compare stuff to. But tip up, tip down, right, left hand side. This is a very ambidextrous knife. My son is getting a Spyderco for Christmas, and I kind of tried to push him towards the backlock Spydercos because he's lefty, and it's about as ambidextrous as you can get. So that's very, very nice. I do like that about the Spydercos. It doesn't have the Spidey hole. It's got this beak thing. It's supposed to look like a bird, which it kind of does, and you know, you don't know the difference. You can't tell the difference at all. We'll open it. Like I said, 8CR 13 MOV steel, which for 25 bucks is fine. I'm sorry I took a shot at it earlier, but it's fine. It's not great, but it's super easy to sharpen. I haven't had to sharpen this one yet because I haven't had to use it a whole lot, but it's not hard to at all. If you have any sharpening tools at all in any kind of skill, you can put a decent edge on it. Just don't count on it staying around for long. You know, don't get attached to it. It's like a crazy girlfriend. It'll be good for a while, and then it'll go away. I'm sorry. Is that a bit too personal there? I'm happily married now. It has nothing to do with that. I don't know why I said all that. But stainless steel handles. Looks classy from this far away. But as you can see, I have not carried this that much, and it's already pretty scratched up. I mean, it's going to get scratched up. It's easy to polish if I wanted to bother doing that, but it's a $25 knife, and in my gentleman's carry sort of slot, I have other stuff now. So, and this is kind of big for a gentleman's carry knife. I didn't realize how big it was. Like I said, I had an Endura, so. But there it is. Now, let's do some size comparisons to show you how big this sucker is. I'm going to do some stats first. Overall, 8.625 inches, which is pretty long. It's a pretty long knife. It's got some reach to it, and a 3.875 inch blade. User area is a lot shorter than that. Blade thickness is a full flat grind, so blade thickness is pretty good. Only 0.13 inches. It is a pretty good slicer. It's not bad at all. I've put it through some use. You know, cutting cardboard, and I do some food prep and stuff with this because it's all stainless, and that's nice when you're in the kitchen. So I have used it a bit for that, and it works very well. Weight, it's not light. It's a 5.63 ounces, so it's for a Spyderco product, Byrd product, whatever. It's pretty heavy. I mean, it's a tank, but not a tank, but it's pretty good. Opening style is, you know, your typical Spyderco. Yeah, you can flip it if you're better than me at it. There we go. I find it easier to middle finger flip it than thumb or whatever, but and then you got your lock back on there. Yeah, it's not bad. The action is actually pretty smooth. That's one of the things I'm most impressed with this for the price. The action is very smooth. We've got the blade shape is pretty similar to what your Endura is. Drop point blade, full flat grind, like I said. It's just lower end steel as you expect on a Byrd, but it does look good. I do like, even though it is scratching up, and that is a downside to it, but it still looks pretty. I still like the look of it. It's nice, and it's just to look at and hold, and it feels like a solid thing in your hand. But let's do some size comparisons. We compared this is your Benchmade 940, an infinitely more expensive knife, and this is a lot bigger than that. Let's go with probably what's going to be one of our usual size comparisons, your Spyderco Delica 4. Sorry, Nick. Yep, that's that. And then we'll do your Spyderco Tenacious. A lot longer than that too. Thinner, for sure, but longer. And then lastly, what we pull up here? We'll pull up, since I have it out from my last review, your Kershaw Link, which is, I don't know, weight-wise, they're probably pretty... No, this is still a little lighter. I'm sorry, Byrd. Your knife is heavy. Your knife is fat. But, we got that. And lastly, let's compare it to something that I think this is actually a knife that actually people would debate between. Because they're almost the same price. This is like $2 more, $3 more. This is your Ontario Rat 1, which is a pretty big knife. I think most people would consider this to be a big, EDC knife, and it's still smaller. It's still shorter, But we'll say, let's look at some stats, because I want to compare this a little bit, because I think that is something. This is 8.625 inches overall length, 3.625 blade length, so a little shorter blade, narrower blade too, full flat grind on that. Because I'm not sure I'm going to do a full review on this, because it's not the new D2. When I get a D2 one, I will. But it's like an ounce and a half lighter. This is a little under 5 ounces. So, yeah, if you're a lefty, the frame lock you may have a hard time with. But I think these are two knives people are going to compare a lot. I think this looks a bit classier. Now, let's just say, in fairness, this comes in other stuff. The FRN, it comes in and stuff. I haven't tried that. The FRN and stuff is going to be a lot lighter. This is the heaviest version of this knife. So let's just stop talking about the weight. Let's stop fat shaming this knife, because there are lighter versions available. And I think the lighter ones are actually even cheaper. So let's just talk about the knife itself, guys. Please, let's just move on. Let's just move on. Who started this? That was me. I'm the only one here. But your Byrd Cara Cara 2. Who would want this? Well, like I said, I bought it as a cheap gentleman's carry knife, which is kind of a dumb category to go for. Gentleman's carry knives, you usually do spend a bit more to have something that looks a little classy if you got to take it out. But it does look kind of classy. Like, even though it's kind of a big knife, if you want a big knife that you can take out, at work, this doesn't look that scary. It just looks kind of classy. Even though it's got a big ass blade on it, I don't know. I wouldn't be intimidated by that. I think it looks kind of classy. I just do. And it's cheap. And if you kind of want to try the Spidey hole thing, there are a lot of Byrds out there. I have a Robin 2. I've tried some other ones. I will say that this is the nicest Byrd that I've had, even though I can't flip it out right now because my tripod's in the way. But it is the smoothest action I've had from a Byrd. Let's just do my middle finger. I can't even do that. What is going on with me today? I'm a useless wreck today. But anyway, it is, you can kind of flick it out. It does take a significant wrist flick, as you can see. It's not like a PM2 or a Manix 2 or something like that. It's not going to just go flying out. But that's fine. That's fine. You don't need knives that flat out. Delica 2 doesn't do that either. It's just as easy to flick out as a Delica 2. I can't do that with a Delica 2 either. Here, I'll show you. I should be able to, but I'm not. No, and then I just did. But it's still, it takes an effort to do it. I haven't tried an Endura yet, but I expect it to be, about as easy as the Delicate is. I hope to get one soon, but excuse me. Whew, I need a cough button on this phone. This should be in the next iOS upgrade. But what do we want to talk about? And then the other deployment. We talk about ergonomics. This is where I have a problem with this knife. And if I was going to buy this as an everyday carry, I wouldn't have gotten the stainless steel, because I was kind of wondering. It's a Byrd. It's not a Spyderco, not the high-end one. This is made in China. I'm not super happy with the ergonomics. Let's start with the good of the ergonomics. I do like the jimping up and down. For cutting stuff, when you're actually using it, doing some fine cutting with this big blade, which is difficult anyway because it's big, it does have some good jimping. It's got the typical Spyderco texture jimping that I really like. It's very good for that. But as far as just gripping on it, there are some sharp edges on this. No hot spots. It's not a problem when you have the knife in your hand and you're just, holding it in one spot and doing stuff. But when you move your hand around, this whole edge under here is pretty sharp. This on the end, when I got this, was very sharp. To the point I filed it down. I took a metal file and shaved that down a little bit. The thumb hole is not, you're not going to cut yourself. And none of these edges are where you're going to cut yourself. But the thumb hole also pretty sharp. I'm not a big fan of that. I want my knife to be comfortable. I have delicate, sensitive hands, and I don't want them to get damaged just opening my knife. I'd rather they get damaged by me being a dumbass and flicking it open the wrong way and cutting my hand like a normal person does. That's more what I would prefer. So there's ergonomically, it's a B minus, I guess, and that may even be being a bit kind, because I do like the look of it. It's shiny and I actually like the look of the Byrd hole better than the Spidey hole. It's just cool. It's got some little style to it, and this is the only part that you actually use. It doesn't matter what the front of it looks like. They could put little spider legs out of it. I don't know. I'm gonna give Spyderco bad ideas, but again, let's all preface this with, 20. What is it right now? Let's look at right now what it is on Blade HQ. $25.77. To give you a precise price on Blade HQ. I got it on Amazon. I think it was even cheaper than that. So it's probably 22, 23 bucks. It's fine. It's fine, and that's fine. That's why I use that word so much. And sharpness, it's pretty good. I've been doing a couple of knife reviews today, so this paper's gotten some reviews, so should really invest in a new sheet of paper. But let's cut this. It's got the goop on it too from an envelope. But let's just like I said, I've used it a little bit. I haven't sharpened it. I haven't touched it. It's still pretty good. That's not bad at all. For a 25-buck knife, I think I got caught on the dealer there on that one. But can't complain about the sharpness. It's not hair popping sharp, but it's really close to it. You can see it's got a little roughness there, but it's not bad. And it's 13 MOV. It would, if I spent 5 minutes on my Lansky box tool and stropping it, it would be hair popping sharp. I don't know how long it would hold it, but you could get it really sharp really quick. So bang for the buck. I mean, it's not bad. It's a Cara Cara 2. There are better versions. I wish I would have gotten one of the other Cara Cara 2. So I guess I'll for bang for the buck for $25, I would say, it's not bad. And let's just go back here. I'm just gonna hit the back arrow here. Yeah, you can start Cara Cara 2 start out at $20, $21, $22, $23. And I think some of those are probably better versions. My Robin to Byrd is the FRN. It's sharper than the Spyderco, whatever they call it, RCFN, FRCN handles. But I probably should have gotten that. And the stainless steel looks better, but it's got the sharp edges. I wouldn't have that. So I will say thumbs up to the Cara Cara 2. Thumb sideways to slightly down for this particular version of it. I think I would have rather had the. They even have one in a G10. You know, it's $33. I should have gotten that. You know, this in a G10 would be a for $33 would be a damn good value. Damn good value. But this in a stainless steel for 26 is still a good value, but yeah, the sharp edges and stuff really kill it for me. That's the I love the look of it. I like the action on it. It's very smooth. I love how sharp the blade is. I knocked it earlier, but that steel doesn't bother me that much. Like I've said in other reviews, I don't mind sharpening stuff every now and then. It's something to do. Ooh, knocked my camera around a little bit. Sorry about that. But so thumbs up to the Cara Cara 2 overall. This probably won't be the last one that I get. I'm sure there'll be someone that hits my eye, or I take in a trade or something. But thumbs up to the Cara Cara 2. Thumbs sideways to the stainless steel version. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I've been Bryan Ball. Have a good day, evening, night, morning. Maybe it's Thanksgiving by the time you watch this. Maybe it's Hanukkah or Christmas, or you know, Kwanzaa, or whatever it is you celebrate. But happy whatever. I hope it's a good one. I've been Bryan Ball. Talk to you later.